Let me share just a couple of texts with you as we close tonight. 1 John chapter 3. I know everyone knows this one, but I just want you to see something real quick from 1 John 3 verse 1. Look what John says. Behold, what manner of love the Father has bestowed on us, that we should be called children of God. Look at this next line. Therefore the world doesn't know us because it didn't know Him. What's that mean? That's Paul's first chapter of Romans. Yeah. That's Paul saying the world doesn't know what we're talking about because they don't know Him as Dad. They only know Him as God. For them, He's just a creator. If they don't know Him as Father, they're not going to know what you're talking about when you talk about Him as Father. So that's okay. And you want to know why? Because the love that we've received from the Father is so out of this world. The Greek word for what manner is potapos. Potapos literally means out of this world or from another country. Say it, read it again. Behold, from what country is the love of the Father? Where did this come from, is what John says. This is like love from another dimension. It's love I can't explain. It's love unlike your earthly father can even give to you, or your earthly mother can give to you. It's love from another country. That's why the world doesn't know us, because they don't know Him as that. And since they don't know Him that way, they can't possibly know us that way. Matthew 18. Jesus says this. This is it. This is final. There's so much we can do. You start talking about the love of the Father, it's hard to be quiet. Let me read just a couple for you. Verse 11 of Matthew 18. The Son of Man has come to save that which was lost. What do you think? If a man has 100 sheep and one of them goes astray, does he not leave 99, go to the mountains to seek the one that is straying? You know what the answer to that question is? No. No shepherd on earth leaves 99 sheep to go into the mountains to find one. That's the point of the question. No, it's irrational. It's love from another dimension. It's because there's no sane thinking shepherd, no smart economist leaves 99 you have to get one in the mountains. You're not even going to find him. You're going to go out there, he's going to be dead. Wandering in the mountain, you don't leave 99 good sheep all by themselves to go get one. That's the reason he asked the question, because everyone hears it and goes, no one's going to do that. And if he finds it, assuredly I say to you, he rejoices over that sheep more than the 99 that did not go astray. No shepherd leaves 99, goes into the mountains to find one, and if he finds it, he throws a bigger party than he would for the 99 he didn't lose? No! Absolutely irrational. Love from another dimension. Even so, it's not the will of your Father who is in heaven that one of these little ones should perish. Look at that. Why does he say even so? Even so. Yeah. Yeah, it's irrational. Even so. Nobody leaves 99 to get one. Nobody throws a party. Even so, your Father. Not even so the will of God. Even so, it's not the will of your Father. It's irrational. But you don't have a God. You have a Dad. Because I can tell you this, if all you have was a God, you leave 99. You stay with 99. But when it's your kid, there's the difference. When it's your kid, I'm going. If I got 100 and one's gone astray, I'm going. It's irrational. What happens if the other 99 get... Stop talking to me about it. Even so, I'm going. But what if the 90... Even so, I'm going. I got tunnel vision. I'm seeking and saving that which is lost. That's irrational love. Welcome to love from another dimension. That's a dad's love. That's a mom's love. That's a love you can't describe. That's out of this world. That doesn't exist anywhere else. You don't have a boss that would do that for you. You don't have a leader who would do that for you. You don't have a friend who would do that for you. Each to his own. But when it's yours, you go get it. You want to know the heart of the Father? He seeks and saves that which is lost. The only reason you're here tonight. He irrationally loved you. And He's not looking for you to be a servant. He's looking for you to know you're a son. A son and a daughter. He has chased you down. I think your father's been looking for you. Some of you have been in church forever. And I know when we do these, they're going out to people all over the world. And so I often think past the room. Somebody's going to click on this or listen to it that's religious, and they're looking for the love of a father. And they're going to keep listening, and something's going to move them. So I want to close them with a thought. I think whenever God walked into the garden and he said, Adam, where are you? It was the moment that the Bible, we miss it because all we see is Creator God. We don't start seeing him as dad till we get to Jesus. But now that you have Jesus, take him back to the garden with you. The moment that God walks into the garden and he says, Adam, where are you? Is the moment that the Bible begins this little ribbon of love that is to chase you. I recall a time when I was walking through the mall with my daughter, and dads are super protective of their little girls, you know how we are. And she was getting bigger, and so she wanted a little liberty. So no hands today, you know. And I remember the mass of people and looking up, and there was this moment where I couldn't see her. And that's that moment where your heart kind of stops beating for a second, and then it skips 3 or 4 beats trying to catch back up, because everything starts to move way too fast. Like you can't imagine, why are everybody in this mall walking so fast? And why are there so many of them? There's like 10,000 people, and I can't see my little girl because she's this tall, and they're all this tall. And I'm yelling her name, and I can't find her, and your heart's racing and racing and racing. And I remember then seeing her, and she's not very far away. She's 15 feet away, and grabbing her arm and having that moment of, don't leave, don't do that to Dad again, is all what she did to me, you know. Don't do that to me again. I couldn't find you. My entire life, when God walks into the garden and says, Adam, where are you? I heard a God who was so mad at Adam because he failed. Until that day standing in that mall. And the Holy Spirit spoke to my heart and said, now you know how I felt when I walked into the garden and I couldn't find Adam. Let me tell you, just take a quiz tonight. When you hear God saying, Adam, where are you in the garden, do you hear God being angry or do you hear God being scared? And if you hear God being angry, you still have a vestige of God left in your heart. But if you hear God being scared, you've been introduced to the Father.